All right, hey, Jeff back again. So I just wanted to do a quick video here. I got some VCLT in that kind of piggybacked on top of a purchase. So a few months ago, I think it was, and I can't recall the exact story. I might have commented on a video or something I said in one of my videos. I'm not sure. But whatever it was, Steve over at the Harmless Rebel, if you haven't checked out his channel, please do. He shows a lot of great stuff. He showed or said something that caused me to say something, and he said, hey, I have an extra copy of that. Shoot me your address, and I'll send it out to you. Heavy Pettin', letting loose. Now, I loved Heavy Pettin' back in the day. They were poised and promoted to be the next, Def Leppard band, Takeoff, I think they're a UK band. So they've got that, early 80s pyromania, highs, vocals, just solid, hard rock and stuff. And so, yeah, I've always loved them. And I don't have any of their stuff on vinyl. I see him occasionally, but never get a chance to pick him up. He had an extra copy, said he would send it to me. Time got away. It got laid to the side. Forgot to follow up. We just never finished the transaction. So then the other day, he was listing a copy of an album that I had to have. So I went ahead and bought that. So he obviously threw the VCLT in from before. I picked up the first Metal Church album. Now, if you watch Scott Waters, he did recently a top 80s metal. And he asked a bunch of friends what they thought the one album of an 80s metal that you would consider a good representation of 80s metal. And I went through my mind with a lot of different things. And I actually did the first two things I threw out would be either Screaming for Vengeance by Judas Priest or Restless and Wild by Accept. In my opinion, those are two of the high water marks that you would say are good representations of what 80s metal is. And that was funny because that was one of the top two on his list. But I started rethinking myself, and I thought, those are a gimme. I wanted to come up with something a little more different. I started kind of scanning through 80s memories, and I remembered this, and I thought, to me, this album is just up there with the other ones. Sadly, it didn't get as much popularity, but back in the day when this came out, it's got the not so squeaky clean vocals, and it's not too heavy, and it's not thrashy like their stuff did later on. It was just solid metal. And it was just one of the best albums of that time. And still, I think it's up there as one of the best albums. Now, they've continued on, and they're still around. I still put this album, it's so different. Just style-wise. And so I listened to it today. And it reminded me, that's the thing is I suggested this as being my number one, but I didn't have it yet on vinyl. I've had it on CD for years, had it on vinyl back in the day. So I went ahead and picked up a copy. I feel like I had to get a copy. Listen to it again today, and I think I don't know of a bad song on here. It is just an amazing release. Merciless Onslaught, the instrumental, oh my gosh. That's when it gets a little thrashy, but just, Gods of Wrath, Metal Church, just David Wayne's vocals, he is just amazing on here, and I just think this is a very solid, excellent album from start to finish, and so I'm glad to have it. Now, this is a reissue music on vinyl, and I gotta say, of all the music on vinyl reissues that I've got, this is on silver. It's on like a gray silver vinyl, and I would say, and I don't know if it's this particular pressing or if this is just the record itself may be an issue, but from start to finish, when on the silent spots, there's a lot of pops and cracks for a fairly new album. So I don't know. I don't know if there was something wrong with this. It may just be the gray or the silver pressing. When the music's on and the music's up, you don't hear it. But I just noticed when you first put it on, and I don't know if it's just was a bad pressing. I don't know if you've got a copy of this music on vinyl. Let me know if you've got a color other than gray, and it sounds excellent. I may be on the lookout for another copy, but honestly, when I had it cranking today, you don't hear it. It's just in between the songs. I just noticed it sounds kind of rough, but the album blows me away. It still blows me away. It's still an amazing album, and I love it. Anyway, thanks a lot, Steve, for not only passing me a copy of this, but passing me a copy of this for free. I do thank you so much. I do want to get the rest of their material at some point. This is a good start, though. Again, it's great to get gifts. Thank you so much. I will see you later. Rock on.